better known as the Puck Dogs. And, of course, just 3 games today, but we're going to go over them backwards and forwards, all different ways to go over these games, and plus maybe a peek ahead to some of the games later on this week and this weekend. But, without even getting started here, we got to first address the obvious, and that is Brian Bittler is the king of the who's going to score first prop bet in who's going to score the first touchdown in the NFL. I think if you don't hit another one the rest of the way, you're still plus money.
I think I need to bump it up to 100 instead of 50. But
I think any way you slice it, I think you're good for the rest of the season. I think you've hit 8 of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking about going back and looking at my notes to find out exactly what I was, but
no font
because I keep a color coded
no font
notebook.
Was one. Sam Darnold. I think
Dalvin Cook on Sunday night football.
Yep. Yeah. I think you had Alvin Kamara one time. Got it for you. I think
there's been a few.
Yeah, I think it's 8 out of 10. To be honest with you, it's either 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. It's up there. It's kind of like when Rod's bird cages, how he was right before the COVID stoppage. He was like 7 of 8 on the bird cage. Last night I mentioned that on the halftime show, and people said that it looked silly that I said bird cage and didn't do the fingers. So that's why I'm sure I do the fingers today. But I'm on a halftime heater as well. We were just figuring out how to make the most money off it. It was obvious the Saints were going to win the game. It was just a matter of, how we were going to cash out. The Saints were minus 7.5 at first, so I got roped into that one. I had already bet it. And then they went to -7. So the money line, oddly enough, right, for the Saints to win the game outright at halftime, and Brian talks all the time about the line telling you everything you need to know. Okay, they're down by 10 points. There's 30 minutes of football left to go in the game. And they're plus 114 on the money line to win the game outright. At plus 7.5, you were even money. It was like it wasn't even worth the risk of the and man, we almost needed the 7. We almost needed it. It came close.
It was close.
It was close.
I turned it off at halftime. At halftime. I turned it off when it went into overtime because I figured with my plus 7 Chargers, what's the point of watching it? But I thought the Chargers were going to win in overtime. I guess
we had 700 people watching the halftime show, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out the math, on whether the value was there to play that money line or not, because it was just like. It was such an easy bet. It was just like the Seattle bet the night before, right? It was like you knew they were going to win the game. It was just a matter of figuring out if the money line was worth the risk because the point spread was there was so much value there, especially at even money, on the points. So it was like for an extra $14, I didn't think it was worth the money, to lay another $3 points just for $14. It's like. It just didn't seem. I didn't see it, because normally it's like if a team is 10 points, for a game, that's like a plus 280 money line dog, right? It's like, so why weren't they plus 280? Because it was so obvious, right? I mean,
yeah.
And then someone called me out, right? I'm saying birdcage. I'm not even doing this, so it's like I feel like an idiot, It banned a few people, it was the largest halftime show I ever had. 780 people watching at once. That was crazy. It was crazy. I'm sitting there not even doing this, It's like, what the hell's going on?
There was no popcorn in sight either. It was.
Well, I'm telling you, I was in between, like I was like figuring out every way to not work out. I was like, just had everything, I was like, I had every excuse going. I had only played 9 holes, so I had been home since, 10 in the morning. The game starts at the first game. I'm like, I'll work out during the first game. I like working out watching the game, right? It makes it go fast. It's like, I do about an hour, so it's like.
That's how I am with painting my bedroom. I've come up with every excuse this week why I can't do it. I'm doing it tomorrow, but every day I have a different excuse, So
how about that Dodgers, Blake Trinan? why you don't put Kenley Jansen. Once again, I don't listen with the sound. I don't watch with the sound, so I have no idea what they were saying. But I don't know. Did they even mention that Kenley Jansen? That would have been a logical spot for him to be. The ninth inning of a tie game. But I knew when Mookie Betts popped out in the 8th inning that I was a winner with the Braves all the way. Because the Dodgers have no heart, no guts, no nothing, right? They're just some team that they pasted together. They have, one or two good pitchers, and they're done, right? They're already done. That was pretty much it, right? They're finished. It's just a matter if it's a sweep or 4-1. And we've seen the Dodgers in the postseason. They have no heart, no guts, no nothing. So the Astros and the Rays. What do you guys think, Brian? What do you think of the Dodgers? I mean, how pathetic was that?
Yeah, they're definitely a team that's pasted together. I don't know how much chemistry they have, but I mean, when push comes to shove, you gotta love the Braves' 2 frontline starters, their bullpen, their young lineup that's hitting good. To me, you're getting. I don't want to go into the game talk, but it just seems like tons of value on the Braves every day that we're going to get against the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't understand the bat flip. I don't understand the bat flip thing in baseball. I don't even pay attention. I don't get it, and I don't watch it with the sound. So I guess I missed the whole thing. But when the number 9 hit, I know it was the number 9 hitter, right? It was right? when we saw a home run that I think the ball's still going. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that was just it was a no doubter. It was a no doubter. I thought Ozuna's hit was going to be a home run also. Ended up just moving Acuna to third, which didn't matter because there was another home run after that, right? We just got there's a lot of ass slapping going on in the Braves, and I kind of stuck it to the Dodgers there, right? They kind of really were celebrating big. Kershaw going tonight. It's we'll get to this one. We'll go more in depth on this, but and then that Rays Astros. Man, I picked the Rays to win the World Series at the beginning of the year, and I kind of just did it mostly as a value play. But man, it's not looking too bad here. But imagine what we thought that the NBA Finals. We heard all this talk about how bad the NBA Finals ratings were. Imagine what a Rays Braves ratings are going to look like.
Well, I'll be watching.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be watching only because I have an interest in it.
Well, yeah, I have an interest in it too. Come on.
I don't think, even if it was Braves and Rays, I don't think you'd see the viewership down 70 to 75%, which would probably take it into single digits. But yeah, that wouldn't be too interesting.
Oh man, did I not update the titles? I did update the titles, but it's like it didn't work. Sometimes it's not working. I'll just update the titles. So, all right, so we'll get to the first game. What's the first game today? Is it the Braves and the Dodgers?
What about our shameless plug?
Oh, go for the shameless plug. I got to fix the YouTube video, so I don't understand why it doesn't do this sometimes, but I will fix it.
All right, off a 2-0 perfect sweep yesterday, plus money. Tonight you can get my 10-star NFL executive action play. Just one big play tonight, and also in that play you're going to get my who scores first prop. So $29.95. Get it at pickdogs.com premium picks.
Chris?
Yeah, for me, my favorite day of the week, 2 for Tuesday, and luckily I could offer that today with the NFL going tonight. But got the 2 top plays in the MLB tonight, as well as my top play for the rare Tuesday night football matchup. I'm excited for tonight's card. Looking to bounce back in a big way today. Let's get it going.
How about you, Rod?
I'll wait till the truck goes
Rod's
by.
taking off. Rod's joining the circus.
Well, we got cows over here, so we got cows done. I never seen a cow in a circus, though.
It could happen. It could happen.
They're very tough to train. For me today, I got 3 plays, 2 in the NFL and 1 baseball play. Tuesday best bets. Love these plays today.
So far, I just put in a football pick, but I'll probably add some baseball. I just woke up. Normally, I'm up like an hour before the show, at least. But today, I woke up 10 minutes before the show. So I have just the NFL. And there was no line on the Dodgers-Braves when I went to bed, so I still haven't seen it. And the other game, I already know what I'm going to pick, so I'm going to put that one in too. Actually, I really like the Astros-Rays game. But, Brian, we got the Braves and the Dodgers here. Anderson up against Kershaw. And I would say, with that Dodgers pitching rotation, that this is a must-win game. That they have to win this one, because if they want there to be a 3-1 game, they got to win this one, because they got nothing, right? They have no pitching left, right? They just don't have any starting pitching, because they paid one guy who popped out in the 8th inning $40 million a year, so they don't have any pitchers at all. I mean, this used to be the deepest, best pitching staff in baseball, and meanwhile, tie game in the 9th inning, all you got is Blake Trinan. You would have thought maybe they saved May to start him or something. Al Nino said that on the drive-thru show. It was one of the things that Al said that actually made sense to me. But it's a joke, Al. But I know everyone's gonna say you're being mean to Al. It's friendly ribbing. Friendly ribbing.
Yeah.
The other thing. So here's the other thing that happened, and I'll get back to the game in a second. But so everyone says that I talk over these guys, and I talk over Brian and all this stuff, right? So I went back and I listened to the entire show. All right, yesterday's show. I went back and I listened to actually a couple of shows too. I kind of just poked around in there. So here's what I found. Okay, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Chris has his microphone just below the screen, and so does Rod. So it's barely there. You could see Rod, the tip of his, right? You could just see it down at the bottom, right? You could just see it. Well, maybe it's something else he's got, but it's fairly close to him. Brian's microphone is like 1.5 miles away from him, so you can't see it. So that's why it sounds like I'm talking over him, but my sound is a lot clearer, and my microphone is a little bit better, but it's not that much better. But it's also right in my face, It's like, that's the difference. It sounds like I talk over them because my microphone is right in my face. But none of the other guys even have it in their screen. So that's what it is. Rod and Chris, we got them microphones during the COVID break. We'll probably change them out. Yeah, we just got them something to get them by, but we'll probably upgrade them now. Now that we've made a stopped and talked about it. But now Brian had to go do something, so we'll wait till he gets back. We'll just filibuster here. Chris, Georgia, Alabama, what are you thinking?
Oh, man, something seems definitely off about that Alabama defense right now, We talk about them continuously reloading year after year, but maybe it just takes a few games to get going, but Georgia's not an early opponent I'd want when you have to retool the whole defense. I'm giving a serious look to Georgia early on.
Rod, what are the leftover mashed potatoes looking like after yesterday? The Canadian Thanksgiving. Normally, I make just a bucket full of mashed potatoes. I normally just make a ton.
Well, you got to make extra.
What's the situation for the mashed potatoes today?
Good. We got lots of gravy and a nice pile of potatoes.
Do you shred a little turkey over that too, and maybe make a little just pile of stuff?
I like for a turkey sandwich. I take turkey, and then I take some stuffing, and I put some stuffing in my turkey sandwich, and then I take some cranberry and mix it with mayo, so you get like a cranberry mayo, and then put that on your turkey sandwich, and then have it like that way. That's how I like my turkey sandwich.
I like the cranberry. I'm not so sure I can go with the mayo there, but I like the idea there. Do you heat that up, or is it just?
Yeah, you heat up. For me, I toast it. I toast the bread so it's got a nice toast to it, and then put your cranberry, your turkey, and your stuffing together in a sandwich.
See, I don't know the way when I was growing up, we used to have just like a log of stuffing, and it would it would, when you would freeze it, it would sort of just get stuck together, and we make little slices of it and then grill that as like the bread for the Thanksgiving sandwich the next day, and then put the gravy on top of that with the turkey in the middle. And
crazy.
See, back when we were allowed to stuff the turkey back in my day, right? Now they don't want you to stuff the turkey. It's not healthy.
Crazy bastards.
I know, yeah. So now everybody gets these log rolls of stuffing.
I'm adjusting the titles still on these YouTube videos. It's crazy. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like lately YouTube changed the settings on a lot of things, so it makes it hard if you do as much live as we do. That sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I saw that it might not work last night, and I should have just deleted it and started over again, but I didn't.
For fancy restaurant styles, you debone the turkey, and then you flatten it all out, and then you put your stuffing in the middle that way, and you roll it up and tie it together with string, so that way when you slice it, it's all mixed. So then you have white meat, dark meat, and your stuffing in the middle, and slice your turkey that way. Different.
Sounds like a waste. Sounds like a waste of time and effort there. I mean, it's all.
It is, but it looks fancy on a plate, right? Because then you got your white meat and your dark meat and your stuffing in the middle.
Sounds good to me.
It's almost like a turducken.
Yeah.
All right. There we have it.
Turducken always makes me laugh.
Brian, we got the Dodgers and the Braves going on here. We stepped away, so we didn't want to start without you with only 3 games, so we just started talking about. First, Chris talked a little bit about Georgia, Alabama. No one listened to him, but then we started talking about Rod's leftover situation from yesterday's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and this is about Braves-Dodgers game. Really, it almost was a premium pick for me on the Braves because there's just so much value, the way they're hitting the ball, pitching. But to me, this is a game Dodgers have to win. I see it going 6 or 7 games. So for me, I'm going to lean towards the under here. I think Ian Anderson goes 6-7 strong innings, and Kershaw 6-7 strong innings. So I see it going under.
Got a super chat. Very much appreciated. Send me your name and address, and I will send you a T-shirt. Pick dogs. Unless you're a 2X or something, because we don't have any of those big ones left. Chris, what do you think tonight? Dodgers, Braves. Ian Anderson, a gigantic underdog here against Kershaw.
And I think that's more just like if you're going to take a shot on if old playoff Kershaw comes back. I mean, he's got a .43 ERA in his career against the Braves in the postseason, but I'm going to go with the value here. I like the Braves the way they've been swinging the bats, and I like Ian Anderson. So I take the Braves in the money line at plus 150, I think I would see.
What's your favorite Ian Anderson song? That's all.
Oh, God, I can't pick just one.
Go Locomotive Breath.
What'd you call me?
I just said
Locomotive Breath.
Sure, we'll go with Locomotive Breath.
Hey, Aquabum. Well, Rod, how about you? What do you think in this one?
I'm thinking this one, since this number moved down to 7.5, I'm going to take the over. I think we get 8 runs in this game. Give me the over.
Yeah, Chris was co-hosting the drive-thru yesterday. Saw that. Tuned in. Left some heckling in the comments. He just ignored me. Straight ignore.
I was too nervous. I didn't have the YouTube comments up, so I didn't even see any of the
Flat
heckling.
ignore. We really had it. Doesn't matter. The more you ignore us, the more of a good time we have at your expense. Then Tony T picked Pitt over Miami plus the 10.5. You're obviously an idiot. It's like you understand what the temperature is going to be for a noon game in Miami, right? you understand this, right, Tony? Like, you know it's going to be like humidity coming up through the ground. You're going to feel like you're sweating before you ever leave the locker room. It's, yeah. I don't get it. And then Chris agrees with them.
They didn't want to get kicked off the show after the first
you got a thumbs down from me on that one.
That's okay. It's only Monday. Still plenty of time for me to change my mind.
Brian's giving us a good look at his hat there.
I'm looking right now to see what Miami and Pitt, what the betting numbers are looking like. Oh, okay. All right. I see what I needed to see.
Love Miami.
To me, it looks like Miami's a play, but
yeah, absolutely. They're gonna kill him. There was a game a couple years ago at Pitt that Miami lost, and since then, it's one of those things that sits with you, and it's like, trust me, Miami's gonna house them. They're gonna score 100. Yeah, 7.5. I think is. I think 7.5 is about the right number. It's probably
like 8.
Yeah,
they dropped it off at 8. I like the 8. I think it's 5-3 game.
I don't see the Dodgers scoring 3 runs. I mean, not after last night. I don't think they're ever going to score again. I think it's pretty safe to say the Dodgers are done. What are the series props in this one? I mean, the Dodgers have no chance, right? This series is over. We're all in agreement on that, right?
I don't know. I mean, you can't say that. But
well, I mean, they fired their best shot. They fired their best shot, and it went sailing out of the park at like 700 miles. So the exit speed, I mean, I don't hear what they say on TV, but I'm going to guess the exit speed was about the same as Chuck Yeager breaking the land speed record. It was a rocket, and it was the number 9. When the number 9 hitter gets you like that, it's pretty much all over. If I could see if Acuna beat ya, or someone in the middle lineup, even Dansby Swanson or Darno, right, the catcher who's actually had a decent postseason. But when the number 9 hitter comes in and hits your guy, man, I mean, it's dead center on a rope. The series is over. I mean, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. And when Mookie Betts
price pay. Betting the Braves right now.
Yeah. There's no coming back from that.
I mean, I think it goes 6 or 7, but what do I know?
I like the Braves in 4. 5 at the most. I never even saw what my halftime bets paid. Because it went 7.5, and then when it dropped to 7, I had to bet it again. It was like I'm like, oh man, now I gotta bet it again.
Right now, just to win the series, it's Dodgers minus 125, Braves plus 105.
Yeah, what was it yesterday? Man, it was probably plus 400 or something, like the Lakers. Yeah, it's all over. It's all over. I mean,
I'd wait to see what happened today, because if the Dodgers
the dream is dead. Brian, the dream is dead. They have no answers. It was crystal clear. I mean, sometimes it just jumps off the screen at you. The Dodgers have no answers, man, in this series. They have no answers. Let's do the shift. It's like that. They put that shift up on Ozuna. They had the shift on it. I mean, he missed knocking out of the park by about this much. It's like, the shift isn't gonna work against that. I got news for you. Let's put the shift on.
You can get any of the, if you just predict the exact outcome for the Braves, you can get anywhere from plus 475 up to plus 1100 for the sweep.
Yeah, it's the thing. The issue here is that the plus 105, right, that we're getting for the series, or plus 1. Yeah, is that you get better odds just betting the money line every single game. You're gonna do better. You're gonna do better than that, because today they're plus 150.
Oh yeah, because before the series you wouldn't.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be then it's gonna set in, to all the West Coast money, that it's like, this is dead. The dream is dead. It's all over. It was a big waste of money. It was a farce. It was just typical Dodgers, right? I got criticized a lot for my Dodger fading this season. A lot. So I'm really enjoying this. Anyways, We got another series here, the Rays and the Astros. 2-0 Rays, but these have been a lot. I would say that these games have been a lot more competitive than anything than that Braves beat down to the Dodgers yesterday. I don't think for a game that was 1-1 most of the way. I mean, it really was. It was kind of a no doubter, right? The Braves, it was weird, right? Just a weird thing. Like you just know they're going to win, just like the Saints, right? At halftime, it's like we know they're going to win. It's just a matter of if they're going to get it together fast enough. Which Drew Brees just doesn't do it for me. He throws like this shot put style. What was the deal with Keenan Allen? Is he injured? It's like, was he injured after that? Because we never saw him again, right? It's like
he's always a little injured.
Yeah, and then they throw to Mike Williams, who's really good, but they busted him up finally. It was like, let's just bust this guy up. It's like
I think the Chargers are a team under the radar as far as covering
the
games.
quarterback is awesome. I mean, they missed the field goal. That's really what happened, and. A kicker that is really good, missed the field goal. He hit the upright, and that's really what happened in that game. But it's Anthony Lynn. I mean, every game has been close like that. It's not like
I think Herbert keeps him in the game. I mean, he's gonna.
Yeah, no, he's stud. I wanted him instead of Tua. Right, I was big on him. I wanted him instead of Tua for the Dolphins. And look at him, man. He's a gunslinger, man. He has. I mean, late in that game, to get to that field goal. What did he throw? Like a 35-yard out pattern? I mean, just boom. It's like. Anyways,
Keenan Allen with a back injury. They left at halftime. That's
me and him both. I hurt. I wonder how he hurt it. I hurt mine hitting my 5-wood at the driving range before yesterday's round. It's weird. I was trying. It's like I was trying to hit kind of weird shots. I was hitting like a lot of draws and fades like at the driving range, just trying to work the ball. And it's like I hit this draw and I came around. I was like, ouch, So I knew I wasn't gonna probably make the round. Happens. Anyways, Keenan Allen out with a back injury. Wow, look at that. Look, Ruffalo looks like I tried to take the sauce before he put it on his lasagna.
Well, okay, that is a sin, but I don't know what you're looking at.
You got the Astros and the Rays here. Eric Quiddy up against Ryan Yarbrough. The Astros bats look like they have looked most of the season, not like we've seen them in the postseason. They have gone and left to die. We saw them with the bases loaded yesterday, unable to do anything at all. It was a late home run by Correa. It's the window dressing on that one, but it was Rays all day.
Again.
Charlie Morton,
he pitched all right. Altuve made that error in the first that cost a 3-run home run. He makes that play, they don't score 3 runs. Different game.
Sounds like Rod wasn't with me on the Rays run line there yesterday.
Goddamn Altuve. That's twice now. That guy needs to go. Even Dusty Baker gave him a little hug. He was like, oh, it's okay, buddy.
And the thing is, like, people always ask me how much I bet on a game. I'll tell you what. Since I hit that halftime parlay on Sunday, it's a lot more than it normally is. Oh, man. So, we got the Rays and Astros, Brian. I haven't put a premium pick on any of these games. I'm going to put it in after the show.
I haven't had a premium pick on this series. I can't get a feel for it. I mean, I like the Rays, but it's just, to me, this line tells me to bet the Rays, but the Astros have to be backs to the wall desperate, but I haven't seen anything from them. I like the Rays here, slight lean, $25. I mean, it's barely anything. Take the Rays.
Yeah, I'm not much of an Urquidy fan, but I'm thinking that the backs up against the wall theory has to be in play here. I like Houston to come out, show some of that playoff experience, and get back into the series. So I'll take Houston on the money line.
Here's a Justin Herbert Rookie of the Year comment. I got to say, I strongly disagree that he's Offensive Rookie of the Year at this point. I would have to go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. At least through the first 5 games.
In this game, I took Houston as a premium pick the first 2 games. I'm not touching this game. Because what'll happen is I look at this and I'm like, the Rays are taking this game. They're going to go up 3-0. I'm like, but I'll put it in and switch, and then Houston will win. And my luck, the way it's going lately. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's better. Just less is more.
So I stayed away from this game, but for here, I would take the Rays. This line tells you it's all Rays. Rays are going up 3-0. Houston just can't get that hit. At least this night game, they might get this hit. They shouldn't have those shadows bothering them at home plate. Games at night, right? So.
And actually, it's got it's West Coast, right? So it's 5:40 West Coast time.
The shadows should be a little different. It's a 4-hour difference. It's starting early. It's still hard to say. Yeah, you got to go with the Rays. I'm taking the Rays. They just don't seem to get that hit, and Altuve loves to screw you. So give me the Rays.
I like the over in this one. I think this is the first game that we do start to see some hitting. Over for me. Got the Bills and the Titans. Tuesday night football, no Thursday night this week. It's like, yeah, we got Tuesday night. But there's no Thursday.
Oh, you got college football. That'll hold us over.
Just one game. It's too bad they don't have like a few.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Would be nice. Be a nice touch. What do you think, Brian? I didn't want to say anything because then people would say I would be just talking over you.
Well, when I woke up this morning, I put a little bet down on the under. I think I got 53, if I can remember correctly. Now I'm looking, I see 51.5. I like the under. I think we see a lot of running the football from the Titans. I think we see a lot of running the football from Singletary and the Bills. I like both defenses. I like the Titans defense, so I like the under here.
I did have the Rays at the beginning of the year to win it all.
I had the Astros. They're gonna lose.
Mookie Betts can be the MVP all he wants, man. I think 99.9% of the players out there would trade an MVP award for a World Series ring any day of the week, man. They would way rather have the World Series ring. Way rather.
What's the Rays payroll?
Mookie Betts is a dog, man.
How much was Tampa's payroll?
That was just. It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that he made out. In the 8th inning, it was just a pathetic at bat from start to finish. I hope the announcer said that. Like I said, I don't watch the games with the sound. I was working out. I was listening to some tunes, some Sirius satellite radio. Chris, you listen to Sirius satellite radio?
Unfortunately, no. I got Spotify. That's.
We're on Spotify.
Yeah, I listen to our podcast. Picks from the Doghouse.
Yes, we're on Spotify. Picks from the Doghouse.
I'm subscribed.
Yes.
I have Sirius satellite radio.
Yeah, it's on.
I like Sirius satellite radio.
Me too. What's your station?
I switch it up. I like the rock one, the old classic, old vinyl, like the old vinyl one.
I got that
vinyl channel.
Hey, you gotta have Sirius satellite radio. I got 10 channels on favorite.
Yeah, when we were driving, my dad would always listen to 80s on 8 and 70s on 7. And I'm like, I don't know what
the weird thing here is that we don't get satellite radio, so I have to listen to it through the app, the Sirius app. I have the Sirius app, and I have to pay like same thing as if I had Sirius satellite radio. So I don't get all the stations. I get a lot of them, but I don't get all of them. But I do get a lot of the music ones, and I don't get a lot of the sports.
Out here, there's nothing in your car. You'd be listening to AM dial, trying to get monotone sounding whatever you can out of your box. So it's like, no, satellite radio, get that.
Yeah,
I live on an island, with 150,000 people. So it's pretty much, we got 4 stations of Hawaiian music. I believe there's a gospel one and a pop and a rock, and that's it.
For me, for the football game, though, I'm with Brian. I like the under. I think it's just, Tennessee's receiving corps is just riddled with injuries right now, and I think Buffalo's going to match the intensity here, so I'll take the under.
Even with 2 weeks off, they're still banged up.
Yeah, you got Corey Allen out. You have another receiver out. I think AJ Brown's the only one that's questionable.
AJ Brown's coming back to start this game.
Okay, so even then, only one receiver out of. They're missing a tight end as well. But I have my first touchdown scored. I think I'm going to go with Josh Allen at plus 500 for Buffalo, or Jonnu Smith at plus 500 for Tennessee.
All right. How about you, Rod?
I'm going to take the over. Give me the over. What's it now? At 51.5? I'll take the over 51.5. In this spot, over the last 4 seasons, the home team, off of rest, is 12-1 to the over the last 4 seasons. So I love the over in this spot. Give me the over.
I like the over, too. Seen a lot of points from the Buffalo Bills this season. Their defense just not the same as it was either. That's it. It's the whole shooting match. You got no bird cages, anything? I don't got anything they got to say because I don't give you guys a chance to speak. I'm listening to the feedback from our community.
I would just say make sure you get. No, I'm not going to go and do another commercial. Big college football this week.
Okay. How about you, Chris? You got anything to say for yourself? You doing the drive-thru again?
I am tonight, yes. I believe I'm co-hosting again, so I'll be there right at 6.
Nice. Will dinner be served?
If I have enough leftovers to share, then absolutely I'll bring some for them.
You gonna snub us all in the comments again?
Nah, I'll try to be more attentive today, I promise.
All we're looking for is vegan options. That's all we're hoping for.
Well, you bring the plant-based crackers, and I'll see what I can find.
We're trying to find just the right ratio of cheese to broccoli in the casserole. That's all we were looking for. You know, I mean, I didn't think it was too much to ask.
Well, if it's a vegan option, we'll have to do cashew cheese or something like that. But.
No, this was not the vegan option. This was just a general question from the community.
Okay.
We're also
well. Then it's got to be close to 50-50 if you're making a cheese and broccoli casserole. It's got to be at least 50-50. 50 broccoli, 50 cheese, and maybe about 10% breadcrumb on the top.
Yeah, what's the take on the breadcrumbs? What's the deal with the breadcrumbs on the casserole and on the macaroni and cheese? Is cheese and breadcrumb casseroles of any kind breadcrumb mandatory? And also, what about Ritz with like a couple sticks of butter? That's what my mother-in-law used to make. Carrie's mom.
Yeah, you use that. That's a great. You use the Ritz crackers as your breadcrumb.
Yeah, with a ton of butter. With like enough butter, with enough butter to kill the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, well yeah. When
that's why they
buy a whole pound of butter and you make turkey dinner or take Thanksgiving dinner, and that whole pound of butter better be gone. You got to take a good chunk and you stuff it in the turkey in spots so it bastes all over the turkey and oh yeah, you got to have the butter in there.
So
when my mac and cheese, no breadcrumbs on my mac and cheese. It's bacon. You put the bacon on the top and layer it, and then you put that in and get it with a nice crisp on top of your mac and cheese.
Yeah, bacon sounds good. Much better than graham crackers or crackers or whatever the hell.
But the Ritz, I love the Ritz on the cheesy broccoli. Oh yeah, that's the ticket right there.
That's what will put you in the coma.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, you have to get on the Nordic track and run a little longer.
Oh no way, man! I couldn't do anything if I ate that stuff.
Well, you got to wait half hour. It's like swimming, right? You have to eat half hour.
All right.
Here's a
bacon grilled cheddar cheese sandwich from Panera. That's what I had for lunch yesterday. Very good.
What'd you have?
Panera makes a grilled cheese with bacon, cheddar cheese and bacon inside. It's real good. Panera, they bake their own fresh bread. I don't know if you have Panera out there in the island, but
I never heard of Panera.
Panera,
yeah. Panera's like I think it isn't a spin-off of Starbucks or something.
It's kind of like a sandwich place, You go
I'm just saying we have Panera up here too, but
we don't. No Panera.
No Panera.
Bacon, broccoli and cheddar soup in the bread bowl. That's my go-to at Panera.
The bread.
My broccoli soup's better than anybody's.
You can never top homemade soup. I'm just saying it's like the closest thing I can get.
Okay. Sounds awesome. Not really.
Well, what do you have?
What do you got? There's only 3 games.
I know, right? So we'll put it in there. We're going to go Rays, money line, football game over. I take Tennessee, money line, first quarter. Parlay those up. Bird games for me today.
Brian, who's going to be the first to score tonight?
Oh, that's in my NFL package for tonight. My side play, you get the who's scoring first
Wow.
for free.
Wow. That's cold, man. Boo.
I'll tell you what, though, as far as
We need
free
a
picks,
boo button. We need a boo button here, man.
as far as free picks go, you got to take the Titans under today. That's what I love.
Wow. Where'd that come from? Your loyal audience here, man, that supported you and built you up and did all these things. Like, yeah, sorry.
So he puts the sunglasses on, like, yeah, I got places to be.
Now everyone's going to be like, Mitch, you weren't mean enough to Brian today. Wow. I got to say, I don't
All
really...
right, you know what? To make up for it, I got something, too.
I got to see if I can find a boo sound effect somewhere, man.
People were asking about soccer in the Facebook group. These are all World Cup qualifiers. They take Venezuela, Paraguay to draw, Chile and Colombia to draw, and Ecuador and Uruguay to draw. Should be fairly decent sized payout there. I haven't checked it.
What's the field goal prop for tonight? I could.
We don't want your crappy field goal prop.
Hey, we hit on that with Tampa Bay pretty easily last week.
I had to get Brian that Hollywood Hogan black and white boa from WCW.
Well, I'm like, all I need now. I'm like Dave Koken. I wear my sunglasses when I'm picking. Never bet the number.
Oh, well, I'll be on at halftime tonight for the Bills-Titans game, and I'm not going to charge you guys for it all of a sudden out of the blue. We continue to do it for free. So lame.
No, we'll see if it hits. If it doesn't hit, I'll be back to free.
Well, I'm rooting against you. How about that? Anyone else here rooting against Brian's? Mitch is so mean to Brian. Yeah. This is how he treats you.
I got my tin cup out today. So.
Wow. On a short week, you're going to do it to these guys. I don't know, man. All right, I'm giving you a chance to bail out of it. You're just not doing it. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow. We'll see you then.